Well, we went down an inch. I'm not lying when I say that they lose an inch. You see it. Everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you guys can tell from the title of today's video, it is going to be a body sculpting session. So we are doing 2 sessions on my lovely client. I am going to be doing before and after photos as well as before and after videos, showing you guys as I measure her so you can see that this is not a lie. This really does work. It is a procedure that I do offer in my client services. Basically what we're doing is we're melting down the fat, and your body will eliminate that waste or that fat liquid through your body's own natural system called the lymphatic system. So what we're doing is basically melting the fat, contouring the body, slimming it down, and shaping and molding it. She is going to be dedicated and drinking at least half a gallon to a gallon of water a day. She is also going to be doing a 30-minute mild to an intense exercise per day until her next session and even after that. So I will be having follow-up videos. I will be showing her procedures. I will be having her text me and DM me, telling me all the things she's doing. She is going to have a not strict diet but a moderate diet, so she is going to have to portion control, and she's going to watch what she eats, so you guys can see how these results actually work. You have to maintain it. So if I get you down 4 inches in 3 sessions, and then you go and you binge eat and you go back to how you're eating and you drink excessive alcohol and you're not watching what you eat, you're not exercising, you're not even drinking water, that fat is going to come right back, and it's going to come right back in those areas that you already eliminated. You're somebody who has, like, you have a little bit of belly fat and you're really slim, you're working out and you just want to see more definition. This is something that you can get once a month and just keep up with that body look that you're going for, because we all know that type of body is really hard to maintain. The lifestyle is really hard to maintain, and the dieting lifestyle is really hard to maintain. You go to the gym and you are watching what you eat, but you're not a super strict calorie counter, or you don't keep yourself really in a deficit, you just want to maintain your body. This is also a great procedure for you as well. But this can also help you go from a 40-inch waist to down to like a 35, 34 inch waist as well. So a little disclaimer though about this. It's not something that not everybody sees results the way somebody else will. So I've had clients come in who are more heavier, who are obviously going to lose more weight because they obviously have more fat to lose, as opposed to somebody who's more relatively leaner and they kind of just want to see more muscle definition. So everyone is different. So everyone will lose a different percentage or a different amount of body fat, or lose different inches than somebody else. So let's go ahead and dive into this video, and I will be giving in-depth details on what ultrasonic cavitation is. So let's measure your waistline. So about 33, as you guys can see. About a 36 towards the belly, right where the navel hits. And then our hips are about a 41. First things first, we're going to take some ultrasound gel. What I like to do is focus on one side at a time. So we're going to do 30 minutes of ultrasonic cavitation. What this does is basically using ultrasonic waves to break down the fat, like a high frequency wave. It vibrates the fat and then it just liquefies it. So kind of like destroying the fat molecule and liquefying it. I'll start you off at a level 6, and we are going to do 30 minutes of this. So 15 minutes on one side and 15 minutes on the other. All right, so I'm not using gloves because we're friends, we know each other, and I like to really get in there, and I feel like sometimes gloves, you can't really feel what you're doing. So I am not using gloves right now. I probably will when I start to get into the lymphatic massage. And that's all we're gonna do on one side. So I'm probably gonna speed this up for you guys so you won't really be seeing much, but that's all we're doing. Again, just using those back and forth motions, making sure that your probe is against the skin at all times. And we're just going to push that liquid down to the lymphatic. And then I'll come back to when we're doing the other side and when we start to do the lymphatic drainage. All right, so we just finished body cavitation or ultrasonic cavitation. So we're gonna go in, and now since we liquefy the fat, she definitely feels a lot more jelly-like, because when we're breaking down the fat, so we're taking the molecule and we're liquefying it down so it bursts. So as you can see, it's very squishy. So what we want to do is drain out that liquid, push it towards the lymphatic trash cans, I like to call it. You have two right by the pelvic area. So we're just gonna push on one side, push all that liquid out. She's probably gonna get a little puffy and probably gonna have to pee, so I'll probably let her go do that and then come back. And then we'll go in and do some RF skin tightening and follow up with the rest of procedures. But for right now, we're just gonna go in and do some lymphatic massage. So now I'm going to use that gel again, because we are going to do RF skin tightening. So what this is going to do is, now since we loosened up that fat, we don't want the skin to become looser, because it can go from being raised up to kind of lowering down, if that makes sense. So what you want to do is, since we're melting that fat down in an unorganic way, the skin is going to start becoming loose, it's going to start becoming flabby, and it starts going to hang low. If you see like more of an overweight person, once they start to lose weight, their skin starts to sag a little bit. So since again we're doing this in a non-organic way, we want to make sure that that skin stays nice and firm and tightens up. So this will also kind of break down fat more within time than this one, but this is mainly to tighten the skin. So it's going to use an infrared red light and heat to tighten up the skin. So we're just going to put this all the way up, and we're going to do this for about 15 minutes. If she didn't have the gel on, and if I was to use this directly on her skin, this will get so hot that it actually burn her or melt her skin off. So with the gel, it creates a barrier so that the client doesn't feel it. They kind of won't even feel the heat. It will start to warm up a little bit, but what you want to do is go in some circular motion, starting from the navel, working all the way around, and then pushing it back down again towards the lymphatic. So what we're doing is just mainly doing very slow motions. We want her to feel somewhat of warmth, but at the same time keeping that rhythm on the skin so that we're not missing any sections, and we're really tightening up that skin. We're forming that skin to be nice and tight, pulling it back together so it doesn't hang low or loosen up. We're going to go in and do some vacuum and bipolar therapy. So this basically kind of has like the cavitation on it as well, except you don't hear the high frequency. And it's also going to use red light therapy to tighten as well. So what we're going to do is we are going to, on the skin, it's going to suck and push out. So you're pulling any excess fat liquid up to the surface, and then we're gradually moving it down, moving it down, moving it down, pushing the excess drainage toward the lymphatic. So we're really, really flushing out all that liquid. So. Like I said, it's very, so we're just, I know it kind of hurts. And just gonna push out. So placing on the stomach, pushing down, out. I'm just gonna repeat that through the whole perimeter, every surface that we used with the cavitation, to pull any excess drainage, any liquid out to the lymphatic. This also molds down the fat, contours the body, and slims down as well. Back to you on just doing a voiceover real quick because I noticed for some reason I didn't record me explaining what laser lipo is. So basically laser lipo works by using heat from a laser light energy to liquefy excess fat cells. Once the fat cells in the treatment area have gotten hot enough, they will actually die and disperse, and when they die they continue to be heated until the tissue holding the fat cells together break apart and liquefies. Once they're liquefied, the fat cells will then make their way through your body's lymphatic system, and once that's gone all the way through your lymphatic system, it doesn't really take long. It depends on how many sessions and how much body percentage fat that you'll need for it. And what's really cool about laser lipo is you could use this in multiple areas as opposed to body cavitation, that high frequency noise type of machine that could only be used in certain targeted fat areas. And with laser lipo, you could do knees, upper arms, underarms, neck, calves, and even the chin. So it's really, really cool for somebody who just wants like a little bit of fat to go away. I really like doing this with my full procedures because it does give better and drastic results when it comes to doing a body cavitation treatment. It does not hurt. It's not a type of procedure where it makes your body mimic that you're doing crunches or abs or anything like that. It's specifically for just breaking down and liquefying any excess fat that we couldn't get from the previous procedures. Okay, here's what she's looking like after our first session. You definitely can see a huge difference. I definitely see a lot of tonality in here. The stomach has significantly got down from the last view that I've seen. So let's go ahead and measure her. I don't remember what our measurements were. Let's rewatch the video to see. Hold on. What we're working with. Well, we went down an inch. Look at that. We're at a 32. Go ahead and turn a little bit so you can see. All right, I'm not lying when I say that they lose an inch. You see it, this is proof. An inch loss on the waistline and hip area. We're down to about a 40. I think she was a 41 from the last time that I measured. I don't really remember, but yeah, we're almost there. About a 40 and about a centimeter. So 40 and a centimeter. But yeah, it looks really, really good. Hopefully in the next 72 hours, you should see these really, really start to show a lot more. The waist definitely came in on the sides. So yeah, I'm really excited to see her in your next 72 hours and during your next session. And then obviously she's gonna keep up with all of her aftercare and everything. So this is gonna be good. This is good. Yes, girl. So as I'm editing this video, I noticed two things. One, I cannot find the clips for her final measurements. I'm assuming I never pushed record when I was doing that. And two, the quality for the final clips are kind of shitty. I have no idea why. I've tried converting it, I've tried airdropping it, and no matter what I did, I could not figure it out. So I apologize so much for that, you guys. But in total, she did lose about 3 inches. She went from a 33 all the way down to a 30.5 in the matter of 3 sessions. So yeah, you guys can see that this really works. We are finally done. Arms up, nice and wide. Yes, look at that booty. Okay. I know from the last video, when I remember, these have gone in so much. It kind of looks like she's got, like, you could see where her definition is starting to form. It's kind of like a mini little 6-pack we're gonna get in there. Definitely coming in a lot more. The angle right here, the curvature, definitely more hourglass than from what I remember. And then let's turn to the side. Here we could see, I noticed a significant difference. The stomach is way more flat. It's not protruding so much. It's came in, and even the love handles look like they have lifted. So definitely such huge results. She did stay on top of her water. She followed the aftercare instructions. She exercised, she worked out. Thank you so much, Leslie. And yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching.